Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. Okay, so we found ourselves a drill bit that will fit just about perfect. A little bit of slop in there into those holes. So now it's just a matter of drill them out. And I think it's appropriate to bring the table back up. We went in and squared up these edges in order to get this thing to fit right, or to sit right. Alright, and I think we want to spin this at a little slower speed just because we're kind of free floating here. Okay, maybe a little faster than that. So I know that a bunch of you are cringing at this point and going, oh my God, that is so dangerous. And yes, it is dangerous. And yes, there are three things that I'm doing here that's making it somewhat safer. Yes, it could grab at any moment. First thing is I'm using an absolutely sharp drill bit. So it's going down there. There's nothing to really grab. The second thing I'm doing is I've got my support tube completely square, so this thing does not move at all. You know, there's no wiggle to it. And the third thing is that all my edges are broken and filed, so they're nice and smooth. So if it does get away from me, which it hadn't, then it's just going to flop around. It's not going to cut the hell out of me, and I'm going to be okay. It didn't. The other thing that I'm doing is, and it may not look like it, may look like I'm just kind of relaxing there, but I'm hanging on to this really tight as we go down. Now, if I was doing, you know, 100 holes, I wouldn't be able to do this. But, and since we've got just, I mean, you know, look how much, you know, curly cues I'm getting out of there. So there's, what is it, another 5/10 thousandths. And once I got to the bottom of those blind holes, I just took it real easy, and you could see the chips coming out. They were almost powder. So yeah, I don't need any comments that says I'm being dangerous. Yes, okay, I'm being dangerous, but the other side of it is I couldn't figure another way of doing it. So we got one more hole and we're done. We're going to come in and countersink these holes. I think that might just do the trick right there. And I believe we'll just do this up in the air. Okay, one last thing to do. When I reboard this, I've still got a sharp edge on the bore, so I'm going to come in, clean up those edges just a little bit, and these parts will be, oh no, they're not finished. I've still got to put a keyway in here, so we got more to do. Alright, we're just going to break those edges on the inside. Pretty simple. That's it. Okay, so now we need to run a keyway in here, and probably because this is an odd size hole, we're going to need to build a guide for the key, or for the brooch. Okay, so we've got a plug here. It's a little bit bigger than our hole size, so I think what we want to do is go ahead and get a little support. This little lathe is not that beefy. It does a good job, but you know, it takes a while to do whatever it is that you're going to do. But I've had it for so long, and I use it every day. And it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and you know, I don't want to wake my wife up, if you understand what I'm talking about. You know, wake the wife up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and you gotta, the rest of the day is not all that great. Almost. That should do it. All right, let's give it a little support. And let's see what we can do. There we go. Yeah, we're going to speed it up a bit. Alright, looks okay. Okay, it's a little fast. There we go, if we just have enough strength to get through it. I don't think that bit is all that good. Or the insert. Well, it's definitely loose. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty chewed up. There's a good end. Okay, let's see if this is going to work any better, and I believe it is. Little snug, maybe another couple thou. We'll take 4. That's it, right there. See if we can square up this bottom edge here a little bit. Okay, so we got that cut and we're all set. We're going to take it over to the mill at this point and cut a slot in that. So we'll take it apart. And we're ready to go. Okay, so we need to cut a 3/8 slot in here. In fact, probably a little bit more than a 3/8 slot now that I think of it. Okay. Yes, slightly more than a 3/8. And yeah, well, we'll come back. Okay, it's a little trick I learned from Keith Fenner of all people. You know, I've watched all of his videos. I love that guy. So here we go, and he's given me a bunch of tricks over the years. And we'll just take this right to here. Lock it down. And we just keep coming back and forth, constantly raising it until we find our center. So we're looking for we're looking for a square, and we're almost there. Another couple thou, and I'd say that's going to do it. That looks pretty square to me. Now bring the legs of our bit perpendicular to the work and find center. And I got to come in with my cheater glasses so I can actually see. And I'm thinking that looks pretty good. We're going to go ahead and go this direction. And see how matched up it is. Looks pretty matched. We'll take this up. I'd say that's right on the money. All right, so now we're wanting to go to the smallest section of the brooch, which is 585 thousandths. 585. Okay, so and because we're at our square here, this is where we start 0. So let's come down, mark 0, and we're going to come down 585 thousandths. Uh-oh. Okay, we got to do this again because I just remembered my DRO doesn't work. It's dead. Alright, so now we'll do it. We've got 2 new DROs coming, but they're not here yet. Okay, so we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 70, 85. And that takes us down just about where we want to go. Okay, so now let's raise it up, and then coming back out I chewed it up, but I think it's going to be okay because we have 5 more thousandths to take off of this. Yes, we do. So we're going to come in with a finished bit and take that 5. Okay, there's our bottom. There it is. Probably got a bunch of junk in there. Maybe a burr. Okay. All right, so I think that's going to be pretty much exactly what we want. And we'll be back. Okay, now that we've got our guide made, we can go ahead and cut a keyway. We've got a 3/8 broach. We're ready to rip. Okay, here comes the noise. All right, we got ourselves a key. Oh, I may have to take it over and bang it out. Let's just see if we can. There we go. And since I've already done the other one, I pre-measured this and we know that it's just right. So we're up and rolling here. And we'll be back. Okay, well this ends the first segment of this project, and I think it's about a 6 or 7 piece project. So we've got the hubs finished and the keyways cut, and we are ready to move to the next step. And I believe the next step is he wants to take this clutch system and notice where the tape is, and that was the only way I could. Whoops, hang on, we're going to bring it down so you can see it. You can kind of see it. Anyhow, the tape is the only way I could figure out what he wanted. So I just put the tape on. I said, do you want me to cut it there? And he goes, yes, that's where I want you to cut it. And then I put this piece of tape on, and I says, how about there? He says, yes, that's where I want you to cut it. So we're going to cut this off where the tape is and end up with a housing. This housing is missing, and a flat spot right in there that's going to take, oh no, that's right, this is going to float free, and we're going to machine this part from here on in so it will be flat, and then we'll be able to attach a sprocket to it. So that comes next. And I'm wondering if I can get this little ring off here. It's just a sheet metal ring, but I think it's pretty much on there. It's going to need some either beating or grinding to get it off. So we're going to cut those 2 pieces. We don't have the sprocket yet, so we won't know where to put the holes. But he wants me to bore this out and to sleeve it and to fit the axle. And of course we don't have the axle yet. So the next stage of this depends on when the axle is going to show up. Okay, let's put it on hold for the moment. We'll be back.